There's something seriously wrong with this game. Think back to any of the best roguelikes you've played. Each one of those did something amazingly well. For Hades, it was the tight reactive combat, the slowly unfolding story filled with the flamboyant personalities of the Greek mythos, whispering sweet nothings into your demon boy ears. Big bird got a big ball. And the dazzling graphics.
What shall we do here once you finally arrive?
In Returnal, it was the masterful blend of environmental traversal and atmospheric storytelling. And the graphics. In Darkest Dungeon, you had the grim, disgustingly brutal, visceral turn-based gameplay and the stylized blend of 2D, 3D, hellish graphics. In Uma Musume Pretty Derby, you got the graphics. In Gunfire Reborn, however, you do not have the graphics. In fact, you're missing most of the polish, the meaningful variety, the depth, and at its core, the heart. The soul, brother, the soul that makes some of these little games such enduring, lasting experiences beyond just the bodacious gameplay. So why is it then that this is one of the greatest, most addicting masterpiece that just ranks among the best I've played in this godforsaken, bloated, diluted, bottom-heavy genre that bewitches degenerate crackhead gamers like myself? Why? It's the graphic. Gunfire Reborn is an FPS roguelike developed by Do-Yi Games that released in November of 2021. You and up to 3 other players can dress up as furry anthropomorphic characters, blasting your way through randomly generated rooms of randomly generated enemies by picking up gold and essence, scrolls, goblets, and guns, and finding and clearing secret vaults. You power up your furry warrior as you make your run to the boss at the end of each biome stage. On the surface, it seems like any other roguelike. Do a run, kill guys, and get as far as possible by decking out your guy with some cracked out multipliers. But as I continued to play, I slowly came to understand what was really driving this game, which cultivated some deeply strange mixed feelings. When I figured out what made this game good, I realized that it was both very simple and cleverly devious, and it relates to the bigger overall trend of the roguelike genre and the insidious direction of the gaming culture at large. And what I found out was very, very concerning. To explain this disturbing phenomenon, we have to start at the beginning. In the first age, since the inception of the earliest video games, human beings were revealed to us as the creative forces who dreamt up vast, intricate worlds that captured the imaginations of millions. But simultaneously, it also revealed us as the closeted sadistic programmers who created virtual bondage torture simulations and the masochist gamers who secretly pleasured at being whipped like a dog. Like, don't tell me anyone actually enjoyed this shit. What started off as a healthy sense of challenge, bonding, and camaraderie slowly degenerated as video game developers refined their techniques to optimize for quicker feedback loops, visual opulence, and auditory ear rape. Pretty banging ear rape, to be fair. But what was deemed as gameplay excess, marked by the sin of being even slightly not fun, or more specifically didn't provide a ready hit of that oh-so-pleasurable neurotransmitter, was cast to the darkest dungeons of hell. No, not that one. And what came as a result was a tidal wave of money-grubbing copycats and imitations, composing different variations on the same theme, attempting to reach for the unholiest holy virtue, the distillation of the perfect pleasure experience. Forget healthy competition with another gamer, a dance in the blissful chaos of pure creation with another owner of the human soul. Fuck that. We instead turn inwards to the tech omnissiah, the machine god, for a mere chance to pull the arm of the divine slot machine, a pure devotion to the orange Jesus. Oh yeah, okay, so you press the arrow keys, you can walk around, be given the illusion of choice, and stare at the pretty colors. Like a brain-dead baboon. Like one of those old people that you see at the casinos playing the nickel slot, mesmerized by the twisted hope in their middle-aged chest to miraculously somehow hit like $1 bajillion or something. But fuck me, I know exactly what that feels like, and I don't blame them.
Scrape it, scrape it! Scrape that motherfucker! Scrape that shit!
It's amazing.
Yeah! Is that Max? Going wild?
Seeing the numbers go up, the upgrades, shoot, faster, explosions, more, the coins, the gems, the dollar signs, the bitches, more. The brainchild of a hijacked sense of progress. It's too much, man, it's too much. No, it's just enough. What gets me pumped up about a new roguelite is the novelty, the excitement of the very first experience. You don't know shit and you're discovering all the new shiny dopamine ladders that you're gonna climb for the very first time. And Gunfire's got you covered. You got the variety, Puss in Boots, Dogman, Birdman, Tiger Man, Bunny, Female Man, and my Uncle Joe.
Ooh la la!
The weapons are unique and numerous. You can go like, and you can go like, and then you can go like. You go like, big bird, got a big ball, got a big ball, got a big ball, yeah. The shooting is definitely the best part of this game. It feels so good. There's both hit scan and projectile based weapons, and what makes it all come together is the punchy sound effects with a patented Call of Duty hit marker to just really put a Christmas bow tie on. But actually, the actual best part is all the ability upgrades and the Leaf Village Ninja scrolls you can get. It's basically adding additional projectiles to your base character abilities or making a particular stat number go up. It reminds me of Crab Champions because with the uncapped nature of the abilities and unchecked synergistic properties of the multipliers, you can just often end up with a build that goes absolutely clusterfuck thermonuclear. Now here's the big thing. Here's the big strange Scooby-Doo mystery that suddenly hit me like a truck as I was blasting through the waves of Qin Dynasty warrior terracotta soldiers, Cad Bane ragdolls, and walruses. This game's kinda ass. This is bullshit. I mean, the game's fun. Really fun. But none of the individual elements really stood out to me. Everything was just okay.
Wait, how did that kill me through? I was behind 2 rocks.
The graphics were okay. The textureless low poly cell shading looks bland and uninspired compared to Borderlands or even Risk of Rain. Movement works. It's okay compared to the fluidity and optionality of an FPS roguelike adjacent of, say, RoboQuest. This is super sluggish and limited. The gun variety is pretty interesting, but there's nothing groundbreaking. The music gets the job done, I guess. It's okay. The levels and enemies, ooh, desert. Ooh, ice, it's Japan. They're okay. The bosses, Golem, it's Luwu. It's okay. The story's okay. It's a story? Everything is just blandly, unremarkably okay. So, in an attention economy that demands bigger, better, faster, stronger, longer dick, how did this stubby wee title from an unknown Chinese company whose only other Steam game is a personalized saucy 3D anime avatar generator for the Windows desktop, able to get to the near top of mine and everybody else's rogue list? It's a lesson that I slowly and painfully learned from each of my previous projects. Something so simple and basic that everybody forgets or just plain overlooks. And it's this: no amount of superfluous bullshit, window dressing, fancy techniques, or a stupid ass dinosaur avatar will ever fix what's broken underneath. What's most important is focusing solely on the most basic fundamentals. With that dialed in, you can actually toss almost everything else in the trash. It's actually baffling how much extraneous bullshit you can strip away and then still end up with enough meat on the bones to have a genuinely engaging and addictive experience. What do you think is the psychology that drives the engine behind the most dog shit mobile gacha games in the galaxy? Hint, the actual game is the cash shop, but that's a video for another time. So, what are the fundamentals of gameplay that actually move the needle in a game like Gunfire Reborn? Here we go, let's break it down. It's about clarity, bitch. And if you need a tutorial, you're already bordering on doing too much. Kill guy, move forward. The faster the loop, the better. Shoot guy, see number. Get thing, see bigger number. If you got a snake with 1 head, that's lame. 3 heads, damn, now we're talking. Numbers is just one of the heads. We gotta have more. Imagine each head as a branching dopamine growth wrapping around every neuron in your peanut head as you see more progress. Different areas. Progress. Better abilities. Progress. Faster speed. Progress. More damage. Progress. More boom boom. Progress. Different abilities, characters, and guns. Novelty, which translates to progress. Die. Even that's progress. Like Sisyphus, pushing a meaningless boulder up an infinite hill, we have something hardwired in us to appreciate the rise. The rising of the number, the rising of the status, the rising of the shield hero, the rising of my dick. All things we could take pleasure in. Okay, we grew the dopamine tree now and it's nice and strong and sturdy, but it's not a tree without some fucking leaves. And even if you had the best gift in the world to give, if you're wrapping in dog shit, it's just gonna be a sticky poo. But damn it, you spent your entire budget on the gift. What do? Go to the dollar store, bitch. They got wrapping paper. Here, we can decorate our mind hijack device with some pretty flourish. Here, you can find weapons that are cool but ultimately does no damage, so they're useless. Builds of a character that supersede all others, making the other choices irrelevant.
Holy shit.
Poo-poo guys, poo-poo Birdman, poo-poo Birdman, poo-poo Birdman, clunky basic UI, mediocre graphics, and this shit.
Hell. Giant Slayer. Big Eater. Deadly Curse.
But Rex, what about the heart, the soul, the intangibles, the things that separate what is merely good from the excellent, the sublime, the masterpieces? This game has no heart, you motherfucker. It's fun, it's really damn addictive, but don't get it twisted. This game, from a Chinese developer whose history aside from this is MMOs with cash shops and brain-dead mobile games also with cash shops. In fact, the choice of making this a roguelite was due to them thinking it'll be pretty popular. And what do you know, it's a crazy fucking anomaly. It is popular, but there's no heart. There's a very fun game, but I feel no heart. And what I'll say to that is, fuck the heart, fuck the soul. You don't need any of that shit if the game's good. And, well, look, the proof is in the pudding. So, what does that mean? Think about it like this. If you had to compare the purity of a 3-year-old's heartfelt magnum opus scribbles on a piece of paper he drew in kindergarten to a Leonardo da Vinci's Random Thursday, what would you do? Dropkick the fucking kid. You might have heard famous quotes that went something like, "Don't let perfect be the enemy of good," or "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." Well, maybe the path to dopamine heaven is instead merely paved with the intentions of a heavily researched, psychologically optimized biological formula exploited to the max, and perhaps a conglomeration amalgam of artificial systems and complex weighted numbers can really trick you into believing that a computer can embody the facsimile of a real human likeness, speech, and emotion. And yeah, the game's not perfect, but at least the game's good. Real good. And when being real good is all that matters, with imaginative and innovative AAA games being riskier and riskier to make, and indie developers naturally constricted by the limits of budget and scope, the final result is a market saturated with games that prioritizes and optimizes for addictiveness first, or face the reality of being lost in a vast sea of complete unknown obscurity. Then this does seem like the only rational path forward. So what I'm saying is, game developers, you shouldn't focus on the graphics. Or in other words, the end justifies the means. Or does it?